Okay, according to the script, after a brief hiatus, I'm very happy to bring back a segment that has generated so many card and letter. Here it is, Trtan back time.
Be back with Trtan back time.
All the card and letter that are piling up on your desk. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work on your part.
Okay, here we go. April 22nd. In 1864, Congress passes legislation authorizing the phrase, "In God We Trust," on 1 cent and 2 cent coins. And I think it wasn't until the 50s that it became across the board on paper and everything, but that was the first use there. In 1876, the first National League baseball game, as the Boston Red Stockings beat the Philadelphia Athletics 6-5. Jack Nicholson was born on April 22nd, 1937. Happy birthday to you. Glenn Campbell was also born on this date in 1936.
Oh, the birthday set. I didn't know that.
There's bunches of them. All right.
Okay.
April 23rd, 1985, Coca-Cola announces it is changing its 99-year-old formula, introduced what was to become known as New Coke. You remember that? Yeah. Coke Classic returned less than 3 months later.
Whose idea was that?
I don't know, but it got him a lot of publicity.
It did that.
Really did.
That's all.
In 1635, the first public school in America, the Boston Latin School, is founded, and it still operates today. It's the oldest public school in America. Right on this date in 1936, you remember the guy who did Pretty Women? Roy Orbison was born on this date. And Shirley Temple Black, born on this date in 1928. Of course, she was ambassador to several different nations from the United States, but she became the youngest person to earn over $1 million.
Is she still with us?
No.
She's not.
I don't believe so.
I couldn't remember for sure. Okay, you still see her on TV like all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Those videos will live forever. Okay.
Now, April 24th, we're going to go way back on this one. 1184 BC. This is the traditional date of the Greeks entering the city of Troy in a wooden horse during the Trojan War. The Trojan horse, you remember all
Trojan
that story?
horse, sure.
And Achilles and all those guys. Hector and... 1800, the Library of Congress is established. It started, a lot of people don't realize it, as Thomas Jefferson's library. That's where it all came from.
Did it? Didn't realize that.
Yep. Happy birthday to Barbra Streisand, born on the 24th in 1942.
Okay,
All
another birthday. And close, but not the same day, but close to it.
Shirley Maclaine, born in 1934 on April 24th. Now, you know who Shirley MacLaine's brother is.
Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty.
She was Shirley Beatty. A lot of people don't realize they're brother and sister.
That's right. All right, April 25th, 1792, the first execution by guillotine, or guillotine, if you prefer, one way or the other. It was brought about by a French physician, Joseph Ignace Guillotine, who looked for a humane way to execute.
And that's what he
people.
came up with.
That's what he came up with. Yeah, and I mean, it's fast.
It is that.
But as you hear it sliding down, it's not. I would be making a lot of noise.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for that one.
And in 1901, New York becomes the first U.S. state to require automobile license plates. Happy birthday to Edward R. Murrow. Do you have a Murrow?
Yes,
I
a
know.
regional one. I do.
That's a big deal
It's a
for
nice deal,
yes, for journalists. April 25th, Ella Fitzgerald born on April 25th, 1917. That was a voice. Now on April 26th in 1954, national testing of Jonas Salk's polio vaccine begins. It was the first successful vaccine for polio. Originally, these kids and everything at that time, it was a nationwide test, and it took less than a year for them to say it works.
To establish.
It absolutely works.
Yeah, keyword successful.
Now, also, in 1962, Ranger 4 launched 3 days earlier, impacts the moon's surface. It's the first U.S. satellite to reach the moon. Carol Burnett's birthday on April 26th. John James Audubon, born on April 26th, the ornithologist, wildlife artist. And finally, this question. What is so strange about the 7 continents of the world?
That there's so many that I haven't been to yet?
No, that's not it. Take away North and South for North America, South America. Every continent starts and ends with the same letter. Asia, Europe, America. They all start and end with the same letter.
Interesting. Never thought about it.
I didn't either.
Oh.
Anyway, that wraps it up for this week's Turton Back Time.
If I could turn back time.
Thanks to
stuff.
Cher.
Yeah, thank you to Cher as well. All right, up next, more Niagara River Week right here on Ozarks Live, so stay with us.